What's up everybody, it's the Egg, back with another Minecraft tutorial, and today we'll be checking out this Minecart Elevator. Well, yeah, it's Minecart Elevator, but yeah, so this design is a multi-floor design that relies on iron trapdoors opening and closing to allow you to access one floor to another. So you could, and also this design relies on the ability that you can move from when you're in one minecart to another just with right click. So the reason I like this version better than like other sticky piston elevators or slime block elevators for that matter is because it's a lot less redstone than those. Yes, you can see it's a lot of torches, but that's only because I've used this 8-floor design. You can use any floor, you can expand this infinitely. Of course, you would have to have multiple selector panels, but this is infinitely expandable, so you can go how high you want, whereas the other ones need some tweaking to make that happen. And yes, there's a lot of redstone, but it's not as much as compared to others that do the same thing. And it does use iron, it does use quite a bit of iron, but it's not so much that it's hard to deal with. So this build is it's very handy for survival bases and just anything around your world. So this is another design right here that I've used before, and the only reason this doesn't work for like multi-floor things is that like if you wanted to go to this floor, say, and so that was closed, you would go down here, you would right click up, and then you would, that kind of failed, but you could see that I opened the trapdoor rather than just like over here, just right clicking and then not being able to do anything like that. Like I'm clicking, you can see the torch moving, and I'm not actually going up. So this one is cheaper, but this one is really nice since you can have multiple floors. So let's get into building. So the first thing you need to do is place down a slime block where you want to land. And the slime block is only so that you don't actually take damage and you just kind of bounce. But if you hold space, you won't bounce as much and you won't take damage. So that's pretty nice. But next, in this tutorial, I'll only be building a triple floor design just to show you the basics of the redstone. But this is infinitely expandable, as I said. With one selector panel, you can only go up to 8 floors, but still, if you add more selector panels, you can keep going up. But let's start building. So from this slime block, you go up 4 blocks, and then place the block that you'll put the trapdoor on. Let me just get that out and get that ready. And then for the 3rd floor, you just go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and another, and that'll be it. So then from here, you'll want to put your trapdoors on. So put one there, and you want to put them on the top of the block, not on the bottom like that, so that the minecart stays at the top when this closes. And then just one more up there, and you can put some slabs around here. Yeah, so the next thing you'll want to do is just start your selector panel. So let's go over here, put the block on which your selector panel will be on. Get an item frame, put that on there, put a torch in there, or another item that you'll be able to tell which is up and like which way it's facing. I like to use a torch because it's kind of redstone-y, but so then you place a block behind it, put a comparator down, put 8 blocks out this way, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now, actually, since I'm just doing the 3-floor design, I only need 3 of these, so I can take out the other, what would that be, 5. So then place 2 blocks here, and actually we can start color coding. So let's get another color of clay. Let's use red. So let's have red be the first floor, or I guess it would be the second floor because this would be the first floor, but the next one up, and then let's do blue, and then let's do green. And so on top of these, you'll want to put 2 repeaters, just like this, like that, and then you'll want to start the torch tower. And now let's just start going up here, and then keep going up, put them on the back, put them on the front, and as you can see over on the red side, you can already put redstone down and it'll be activated. So now this first trapdoor will always be activated, so that you can actually access this elevator. If you want an option to not be able to access the elevator, just move this first row of repeaters 1 down, so the green would then be over here instead. But so then you just keep continuing up with the torch towers. And so I'll do that. And one thing to note, on every other level you'll see that this connects to this torch. That won't matter because the floor above it, the torch will be powering it, so when these turn on, it'll already be powered, and so it won't actually matter. But yeah, so let's just continue the torch tower up, and just continue it up to about here. And we'll be back when you do that. So I've continued the torch tower up to here, and as you can see, this blue block will be the top of this torch tower, so then you can just place a block there and some redstone on top of that. And so then when this torch gets activated, it'll power this block, which will then in turn power the redstone, and it'll power this trapdoor. So yeah, so let's just continue this green one up until the top. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've continued the torch tower up to here, and so now you can just place 2 blocks like that and redstone all across here. And so then when this torch gets activated, it'll power this block, which will power the redstone and power the trapdoor, opening it. So this is the pattern for the torch towers. You can see that this one the redstone is on top of, that one the redstone's on top of, and then this one the redstone's next to the block that the torch is powering. So let's go over here, and you can see that this design just keeps going up. It just alternates between the block being on top and then, or like up 1 and then being on the same level as the line. And so that's most of your redstone done. Actually, hold on, I forgot something. You'll need to place redstone across these blocks. If you have the full 8, you'll need to place them all the way down, just so that the comparator can, oops, don't want to break that, just so that the comparator can power all these lines. But yeah, alright, so now we'll want to build the floors that you'll get out on. And now, so I've done some experimenting and I figured out that this is like the best design for it, so you can just get out and on top of the slabs. So let's put one there and then just around it, break it, and then just do the same for all these. Boop. And it's already up there. And I'm not extremely sure that it's necessary, but I believe you need to place blocks up the side so that you don't actually get out. Like, I would get out at the minecart like right here, and you don't want that because then you just fall right back down to the bottom. So you'll want to place blocks up here to prevent, like, to block that space from you being able to get out. And so now you are ready to put in your minecarts. So you'll want to get a rail, your minecarts, 3 in this case because there's 3 floors, and then just some blocks so that you can control where it goes. So build up a little area for like it to go into, and then oops, put a rail right there, and then a minecart on the track, and then just push it into the hole, and it'll just fall right down on top of the trapdoor like that. And so then you just want to do it again, so like that and that, put a rail on top of that, put a minecart there, and push it in. And it's okay if the minecart twists a little bit, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so then up here you'll want to put 2 blocks up, and then 2 over there and over there. So then a rail, a minecart, and push it in. There we go. So that's all our minecarts in, and now it's just some aesthetic and finishing touches. So over here I put a little color palette on each floor that the redstone corresponds to. So the first floor I would put a red block right there, just so I can see that that's the red floor, this is the redstone for the red floor. And then the next one up would be blue, so I put blue right there, and then the next one up, we can just put it like, we can just extend the wall a little bit up. So let's get those out. Oh, and this sometimes happens. You just want to push the minecart a little bit, and it goes in. So then you'll want to put blocks up like that. Sorry about this, let me just change it back. Alright, so then you can just slab that out. And so now your floors are color coordinated. And now is something just I think is really helpful so you don't take fall damage, is you'll want a trapdoor. For this part you can use wooden or iron, it doesn't really matter. Grab a lever if you use iron, and then just place it right here and power it. So then it's like that. So you can just run into it. Oh, well, yeah, because that trapdoor is closed. But let me just go to the 3rd setting, so they're all open. And now you can see if you run in, you can just fall straight down. Now, let me just break this so you can see what would happen if it weren't there. So if you just ran at the wall, you would sit on the small edge of the trapdoor, which you don't want to do, because then if you kept holding forward, you could do what I just did and land on it and take some damage. And because damage is bad and you don't want to die, you just want to have that up there. It's not too much. You can, you can just take out that lever and just use a wooden one. It doesn't really matter. I just am using quartz and the iron one looks better. So, yeah, that's why I'm using that. And so, the main design for this is done. Now, if you want to, you can do some design work around here. So, green's your top floor, red's. So red's your first floor. So when it's on that, this trapdoor is open, so you can just get in and you're on the red floor. Huh. Alright. So it seems to be directional which way, like what side you get out. So maybe just play with it in your world, with like how the floor is, just to figure out how you want it and like where you want to get out of the minecart. Because as you can see over here, when you get out on the slab. And right now I'm facing north, so maybe it's directional. I'm not really sure. Let's just face north and see. No, I don't know. Just play with it in your world and figure out. But yeah, so you can just expand the wheel, make more floors. Yeah, that is about it for this tutorial. Yeah, have fun with this. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy the design. I hope you have fun with this in your world. I hope it helps you. And if you really enjoyed, leave a like and even subscribe if you'd like to. It'd be awesome to hit 10 subscribers even. I know that kind of sounds sad, but I don't think I'm there yet. But anyway, enjoy. I hope you liked, and see you next time. Bye-bye.